What's up? This is Gordon Gray from Half Lit and DopelivenTV.
Hey, this your boy Don Ritchie representing the Midwest 219. Stand up.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Lamar Tate.
This is your girl, Monifa.
Hey, what up? It's your man Dave Hollister from Blackstreet.
You know what this is right here. This Trigger Trench in the building.
Hey, what's up, y'all? This is your boy Jason Weaver. And whenever I'm back home in the Chi, I'm checking out Dope Living TV.
Hey, it's your girl, Adina Howard, and you're watching Dope Living TV, live with Greg Gray and the crew.
Are we getting any volume here? Y'all shake your heads before I turn this on. All right, cool. I don't know. I'm not getting anything, but this is Greg Gray. This is Dope Living TV Live. The views that are expressed on this Dope Living TV Live are not necessarily the views of Dope Living TV or its affiliates. Having said that, let's go. What's going on, Coach? I'm not hearing nobody. But I know it's going out because I heard
I
that.
did it, Gina. My mic was muted.
It's always something. Gina, help me out.
What? It's been a long time since you had your mic muted, though. It's been a long time.
He just said he did a Gina.
So look, y'all, before we go on, I'm going to pop out and redo this thing. Gina, talk to the people, please.
What just happened?
I guess we have we'll probably having some connection or connectivity issues at the moment, yeah.
But let's get back to that I'm doing a Gina thing.
I'm sorry.
You immediately said, I'm sorry.
How
to fix things. You know how to fix things. What's happening, Coach? What's happening?
Not much, girl. It's been a good week so far. You know what I mean? 3 days in, we sitting pretty solid, you know.
Oh, yeah. Well, you know what? We're going to bring our other sister on because we can't leave her sitting around in the green room. What's up, Marcy?
What up, girl?
Missed you guys yesterday. And you know what, Gina? That I'm sorry, real quick. That's a new husband. That's a new husband move.
Yep.
Yes, keep it all happy in the household. I'm sorry.
Absolutely. We're gonna bring our brother on because we can't leave him sitting behind.
Moby. Okay, we can bring him on.
No.
Moby.
119. Somebody call 119.
Oh Lord.
Mo, let me ask you this.
What?
Do you immediately say you're sorry? See, that is a new husband move.
I'm trying to keep this momentum going.
That is.
So wait. How did that? Wait a minute. That question.
Because he said something, and I said back to that something that he said, and then he immediately said, "I'm sorry."
Real quick. I said that's a new husband move.
Yes.
Had to let her know.
You're not gonna argue with it.
Well,
Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry.
Right. Let's stop this right now before we get out of hand. I like that. I like that.
That was good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
It's good to see you guys smiling, happy faces.
Oh, man.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes.
How's it? Everybody's Valentine's Day, ladies.
It's a regular day. That's a Hallmark holiday.
Yeah.
I've never gotten into it.
Yeah.
Okay.
My thing is, I'm gonna show you if I'm in a relationship, I'm gonna show you love every day.
Yeah, but you get that little extra kick, that little turbo kick in, you know.
Well, I was working.
Okay.
Last night.
All right.
I got a call.
Because for me, I just picked up a couple things for Megan.
Yeah,
she don't like a lot of, you know what I mean? We ain't got to go all out to do anything.
We go out to eat.
Yeah, I know what she like. Like, I'm gonna tell you what I got her. I got her a rose with a little red teddy bear. I got her like a lollipop rose. It's kind of like a big old heart shape wrapped up in plastic with a stem on it.
Okay.
And then I got her favorite snack. She loved Flaming Hots. I got her 2 bags of Flaming Hots, and she was happy.
not like the little kitties, the Flaming Hots.
But she was happy though. That's what she loved. That's her favorite snack. Flaming Hots. She eating it right now.
Mine's like that sexy chocolate. Y'all ain't never tasted.
I'm gonna leave that alone. Wait a minute. I don't know that.
You know, Mo, that can go a few different ways,
Better
Mo.
than sex chocolate.
Yeah, because it's some you can put on there to sex up.
Oh
Okay.
Lord,
No,
it's time to
better
go.
than
Where's my Bible? Where's my Bible?
You put the
It's
little chocolate in your
some
mouth and
that's
it goes.
used just for that.
It's holy. It's holy.
It's holy. Better than sex chocolate.
Well, you know what? I love, and this is I'm gonna make a confession. I love fruit snacks. The Scooby-Doo fruit snacks. Them the only ones. But
Scooby-Doo what?
Scooby-Doo fruit snacks. But Robert buy me those all the time because he know I love them. And so my cabinet is never without Scooby-Doo fruit snacks.
Okay.
That's what's up.
Yeah. And people, when I was in the office, people would laugh at me.
Mm.
They would
Really?
laugh because I had them. But then they would come back and ask me for some because I'm like,
and I would tell them no.
These are great snacks. I love them.
Mm-hmm. They love that stuff.
But they have to be Scooby-Doo.
They have to be because those taste really, really good.
Oh, it's not just the shape.
Snacks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can't say I've never heard of those.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
You probably just
potato chips or something, or what are they?
No,
look at what my wife put in the comments. My wife had to clear it up.
Like the gummy bear things.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Right.
Yep. She said, I love expensive things, but I also love simple things too. I'm not basic, y'all.
I heard that, baby sis. I know that's right.
What's the name of our better than sex chocolate? Luton's.
Oh yeah, I've heard of those.
The red bag with the little ball, and they got the chocolate on the inside.
Well, look, have y'all
Terry?
There's some, and I think they're by Luton's too. I can't remember who they are, but
better than sex chocolate. You throw it in your mouth, it's like.
But there's some that somebody brought me some chocolates.
Mercy,
and they had a shot of alcohol in them.
Yeah. Rum.
They were so good.
Yeah, got rum.
Hold on, we changing the game now, people.
Good.
The game has changed.
What you say?
I need to know where these came from.
You know what?
I want to try. I need to try one.
You need to try it, not one. You need
maybe 3.
They were so. I got another bag. I asked for another bag. They were delicious.
Yeah, the rum.
Okay.
The ones that have the rum in them. Yeah.
But let's see. Byron said, I am wishing a big happy side piece day to those who are in that situation. I believe in inclusion. Right. I can't expect anything less from Byron.
I love Byron. That is a sick puppy.
Oh, man.
Say a sick puppy.
Hola.
Jesus.
Gregorio.
Oh.
What's up, Fire Marshal Bill?
Fire Marshal Bill. Oh my gosh.
Okay, I know what was going on.
That was so hilarious.
It was not. It really wasn't.
I thought about Saturday Night Live because that used to be so hilarious on Saturday Night Live.
Mm-hmm. Actually, that was on In Living Color.
Yeah. Oh, and Living Color. Okay,
Yeah.
my bad. Okay. My bad. But that was hilarious.
That was when Jim Carrey got gigantic. He was huge then.
So y'all know today we are supposed to have. Well, she hasn't come in yet, but she'll be here. A lady who's trying to solidify women so that they can empower themselves in the workplace. Mm-hmm. She learned Black history. I mean, just learned it so that she could do this for women.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And she's hopefully she's going to come through today. Because women, y'all have a problem getting your deserved positions in the workplace, you know, in a male-dominated workplace. So this lady has done so much, man.
Oh wow!
She's an author. She has a book.
Yeah,
I might as well use it. If she doesn't come, we'll talk about it for a minute.
Okay.
It's called "I'm Not Yelling." It's a Black woman's guide to navigating the workplace. All right. And it's a bestseller actually.
So I'm not yelling.
I'm not yelling. It's a Black woman's guide to navigate.
That's a catchy title.
Yeah,
it is.
Silent but effective.
If you notice, look at her shirt. This is Elizabeth Leiba, by the way. If you look at her shirt, it says, "I'm no longer accepting that." Well, she got it covered up, okay. But in essence, okay, it says, I am no longer accepting the things I cannot change. I'm changing the things I can accept.
Yeah, that's good.
Angela Davis.
Angela Davis said. So, hopefully there's no problem. We've been communicating all day, I should say. And I don't know if she got the times wrong. He's an EST.
She's Eastern Time Zone.
So it's 8.
Did you specify?
I did. We had a conversation about it. But I'm not gonna call her out right now. I'm gonna call her out when she's on the air. I'm gonna talk about it.
Don't do that.
I got to. Especially if she comes on at 8 o'clock our time.
That's why they say we be yelling. I'm not yelling. That's a good.
It's all good.
Come on now.
All good. But that's what she's talking about. As a matter of fact, she ain't here. So we can get this out the way. And I heard y'all talking about Scooby snacks and all of that stuff. Okay.
That was Gina.
Wait, but first, the Mo word of the day.
Oh Lord.
DWI. Didn't wanna iron.
Now I got I got to ask. Where does that come? What's the significance of this?
Well, brother show up at the club. You know he's single. He ain't got nobody at home on his clothes. He go through the dirty clothes window and put on a shirt that's all crinkled.
No way.
Nasty trick. But anyway.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Just said nasty.
No way.
But look,
DWI didn't want to iron.
I don't know if you guys did this also. I graduated from Michigan State University, all right? To see the thing that has gone on, man.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, wow. Yeah. It's crazy that we're still having to come on this show and say our condolences to the family. All right. Stuff got to stop, man. So it's another brother this time. Okay. I didn't think black people did all crimes like that.
You know what? Mental illness has no color. It has no economic status. It's not male or female. Mental illness is rampant. And until something is done, and y'all know, I'm an advocate for that. This past weekend, that's what I was down talking to legislators about. But until laws are put out here to help people with mental illness, we're going to continue to see that until we have these gun laws
change.
It's going to continue. And that's why we need to get involved, especially in our community. Talk about what needs to be done. Talk to your legislators. Get out there. Demand changes. We have to be the change that we want to see in the world.
So let me ask you.
Keep on going.
Listen, Marcella, go ahead, girl.
Let me ask you this question, Marcy.
She's been making some public service announcements. Go ahead.
What would that look like as far as you're concerned, other than getting in? We know we got to get involved, but
mental illness.
What would that look like as far as a solution?
Mental illness crisis teams. Instead of police going out when there's a mental illness wellness check, instead of calling 911, you would be calling 988. Also, there would be someone there that someone, if you're dealing with a mental illness or substance abuse, because a lot of times they go hand in hand, because a lot of people with mental illness self-medicate with alcohol or street drugs. So instead of 911, you can call 988. There will be someone out there that you can talk to. And if necessary, the mental health crisis teams, instead of the police, will come out and they're fully trained to deal with someone with mental illness or substance abuse. Also, there will be mental illness stabilization centers. There, right now, our prisons are filled with people with mental illness. And even if they're going to prison or jail, they're not getting the help they need. And so when they come out, the mental illness is still there. And it's just a circle. They're going to go back and, like, say, if you're out there in the street, you see someone naked, or you see someone sitting, how you see on our scanners, sitting on the viaduct over a highway. That's mental illness. Dementia, Alzheimer's is rampant with our elderly people. Sometimes they wander.
Couldn't it just be exhibitionists if they're sitting out there naked?
Most of the time, I don't know if you try to joke or whatever, but majority of the time, majority of the time, it's normally a mental illness, someone probably thinking about contemplating suicide, until we get our legislators. We just passed Senate Bill 1 in the state of Indiana. The bill passed, but now we have to get it fully funded. Indiana has like 4.3 billion surplus, and they're sticking their money to the energy companies and things of that nature. Those are the big corporations that are making money off of us. When you have, like in the state of Indiana, I think it was like 42, they spend like 42 million dealing with people with mental illness, but they're not getting the people help. If you're a family member, I have so many people calling me, asking me that they have family members with mental illness. They don't want to go get help. They feel they're okay. Or if they're taking their meds, they stop taking their meds because now they're feeling better and they relapse. If they're over 21 and they say, hey, I don't want to go to the hospital, or I don't want, to do this or that, there's nothing really the family members can do. Now, if 911 is called illness wellness check, they can get us what I think is a 72-hour judgment where they can keep them there. So maybe the family can try to do something, like get guardianship or power of attorney or something like that, that can kind of force that person. But they have to be hospitalized several times. And also a doctor will have to write a letter or whatever for it to go to court for you to become a guardian.
Okay. I got a question.
For me?
Yeah, for you. Yeah, because we on the subject real quick. This is pretty good, Bosh. This is something here. So my question is, what do you believe would be a good segue to keep people on that track to wellness? You know what I mean? This is taking their medication, understanding the importance of it, because like you said, a lot of those people they're combative, you know what I mean? They think they're good. So what do you think is a good segue to really keep them on track?
Well, first of all, we need to educate our people about mental illness, especially in the Black, brown community, because it's such a stigma about mental illness. Oh, she's crazy, or he's crazy, I'm not, and things of that nature. And it's no different than cancer, diabetes, or maybe another illness. Okay. And people don't understand that. Sometimes it's a chemical imbalance. It's nothing normally that you've done per se, just like, with cancer or diabetes or sickle cell or something of that nature. Also, instead of having police in our schools for our youth and labeling, our youth as having discipline problems, see if there's a mental illness there, depression, anxiety, stress, all that. That's part of mental illness. And a lot of our children are going through that. You have the peer pressure, you got the social media, you have the bullying. And when you want to say something or act out, or, and when I say act out, you want to, I'm missing the word. You want to do something because you're being bullied, or you say something, or you want to, say something back instead of, hey, what's going on? What's the root of the problem? Right. Let's see. What is your story? They label them as having discipline problems. Right. And then that goes into the, what is that pipeline school to prison.
You're right.
And that's all. It's a lot of it is about the mental illness. Let people know, if you're depressed or have anxiety, have someone that you can go to. I worked at a high school, and one kid, I kind of got on he was being disrespectful, and we got it together. I thought had some words, and he came back, and I didn't see him for a while. I asked security, and they brought him back toward the end of school. And he's like, I heard you were looking for me. I said, yeah, I just wanted to make sure you're okay. Are you okay? Is your family okay? And he was in shock. And because he was like, wait, you care for me?
Like, yeah. Right. He waiting on the hook to come down on him.
Right. And, and I saw so many teachers where I was like, you don't need to be a teacher. It's just it's a paycheck. The way they talk, especially the special needs kids, the way they talk to these kids. Don't label everybody as having a behavior problem.
Exactly.
Find out what's going on. And if you keep on, the kids keep having, saying that they have nowhere to go, no one to talk to.
Wow. If they say they ain't got nowhere to go,
Well, some of them learn that, how are we raised a lot? What stays in this family, what goes on in this family stays in this family. And that's a big, issue. Or ain't nothing wrong with her. Or get over it. Just get over it. How many times have you heard people tell other people that? Oh, that's just how Jeff is.
Now, I've
Wow,
heard.
that's how Jeff is. Hey, let Gina ask her question real quick.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, Marcy. Excuse
I'm
me.
not an expert in this, but I'm just go
Oh
ahead.
no, this is
Yeah,
Marcy.
no. Yeah, we want your opinion because you're dealing with a lot of the issues that's going on. But my question is, do you feel that the social workers or counselors or whoever go out on those calls, are they putting themselves at risk?
It depends. If you are fully trained, you kind of once you go. You mean for a mental health crisis team? These people would be fully trained, and I'm sure they might have backup for police or something like that. But
do you take them with
anything
you at the
can be.
beginning? I mean,
Huh?
do you take them with you right when you're going, or do you know? Because I understand what Gina's saying. Do they have backup? I mean, but
Well, I think
are they taking them with them as they go, or are they going to call?
I'm thinking that is a big possibility. I'm not sure of the logistics of that, but I do believe that that's what it's going to be. But it's going to be where the mental health crisis team members are going to be like, I don't want to say the first responder. It'll go hand in hand, but you'll have someone there who can talk to the person who knows about mental illness versus police just coming in, not being trained at all. Some states have some police that are trained in that, or a few people that are trained that might go into with the police. But that's always something that you have to think. Even if the police go in, that it can be dangerous.
Right, Jeff.
So I guess it's just case by case.
Yeah, I got a statement. I kind of think it would be great if they had a therapist on hand at these schools. If the schools actually hired a therapist to talk to some of these troubled kids, because a lot of these kids, they carry around so much. I know one of my friends, her brother recently had committed suicide.
Yeah.
And I think he was only like 21 or something like that. So you start to ask questions like, what if he had somebody to talk to about his issues earlier? What if it's something that could have manifested at the age, who knows, maybe like 15, 16? You know what I mean? What if he was dealing with family issues maybe early on in that, that shaped his way of thinking in life? I kind of feel if they did have a therapist at the school, because when kids say they don't have anybody to talk to, I feel that means different institutions or different places, they must provide the people for the children to talk to.
And and as if it was up to me, I would have the mental health crisis teams in the schools versus the policemen. Yes, you might need security guards, because sometimes some kids do get out of hand, and especially how a lot of the kids are so disrespectful now. Especially with your elders. But I truly believe that if they have mental health crisis teams, because one person is not going to be enough for an entire school. Even if they have, a few teams for each of the different school systems, even if they have to go, around and things of that nature, because you do have social workers there. But I know for a fact, some of these schools, the social workers, it's like, hey,
okay,
let's go over here and sit down. There's not much.
I mean, I had a question. So, okay, they're getting in treatment. They're in the system, and you said they have problems staying on their road to recovery. Is that an economic problem? Like they don't have the money to keep buying the meds, or the meds supplied free?
No, it's not free. It's not. My son had been diagnosed with schizophrenia, and no, I've always had good insurance. So no, the meds were not free. I'm sure maybe
some kind of program or something to make.
Yeah, and that could be a part of it for some people. But think about let's say if you have the flu, you go to your doctor and they give you a prescription, and it's like they tell you to take it for 15 days. Day 8, you're feeling good. You stop taking your meds. And that's what happens with a lot of people with mental illness. They're feeling, hey, there's really nothing wrong with me. I'm functioning. I'm going to work, or, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I don't need the meds because I'm okay. And a lot of times when you stop your meds and you relapse, it's like sometimes it's harder to get back under control.
So you're saying that when those people do the initial analysis of this person, do they give them meds, and if they give them meds and these people stop taking these meds, do they enforce that they take the meds, or do they just let it go?
You cannot force anyone over, I believe, the age of 18 to take the meds.
But
So
do
it's
they
kind of
become
like,
a threat though? Then are they a threat to society? Then if they
some of them are. It depends on what your illness is. Number one, you can become a threat to society. You can become a threat to yourself. But it depends on what the mental illness is. It depends on how bad it is. I know here in Northwest Indiana, we have like 3 spots: Gary Methodist Hospital, St. Catherine's in East Chicago, and St. Mary Margaret, something like that, Mercy, in Dyer. But they only have so many beds there. There's also a neurological behavior center. And I know someone, a friend of mine had a family member there. And they were trying to get a certain family member to be the power of attorney and guardian over this person who was known to have a mental illness. And the person checked themselves out. Before, the family member can try to, get with the new doctor and, hey, you have to have a court order, first of all, to become a guardian, or have the person sign. The person said, yeah, okay, I'll let Greg be my guardian, or I'll let Greg be my power of attorney.
Use Jeff like you were using.
I mean, just, what I'm just saying, just the person, if they sign it. Otherwise, you have to have a court order for that.
Yeah, I do have a question. Do you believe that it would be better, like, okay, because there are different levels to this, you know what I mean? I have a friend who suffers from bipolar. My best friend actually suffers from bipolar, and it's a more milder case, and as time went on, she realized something was wrong with her, and she said she couldn't keep living like that. As she got out, she accepted the diagnosis, and it is what it is. So I think what am I trying to say? Let me ask it like this. Do you believe it would be good for some people to have more of maybe like group sessions, or like people that can hold them accountable, who are at that same level? Like, let's say you go to like AA, you know what I mean? You go to AA, everybody's on the same level, you know what I mean? And we're all battling and fighting and trying to deal with alcoholism. Do you think it would be great if we could try to bring people together more so like that? Are there groups like that? Do you know by chance if there are?
Yeah, there are different support groups out there. There's one young lady that I know very well, and I say that's the most sane mentally ill person that I know. When they are feeling a little different,
okay,
they will go to the hospital. They know to either get to my doctor or go to the emergency room and let them know I am bipolar and have schizophrenia, both of them.
Okay.
And I know my meds probably need to be tweaked because I'm feeling a certain way. Their attitude at
okay.
I've known this person all my life, and it was weird because they asked me to meet them at the hospital, and I'm like, okay, and they just start talking to me, and I'm like really, and they were like, just sit with me until we get to the back, and then the doctor come in. And once the doctor came in with her at the back, she said, thank you. I just needed someone to be here so that in case I decide I might want to leave, or, something to that effect. And they admitted themselves to the hospital to get reevaluated and to have their meds tweaked. There's like NAMI, you have I think it's called National Association of Mental Illness. NAMI is throughout the entire country, I believe. That helps family members. It helps someone suffering from mental illness as well. They do have support groups out there. They also have support groups for people dealing with dementia, Alzheimer's, and also for the caregivers, because we have to think about the caregivers as well, because that's a lot.
It is.
Especially with dealing with an adult, and you're trying to help them. They don't want to help. They might come out of left field, and you're like, oh, wait. And you have to remember, there's an illness here. Try to talk with them, reason with them sometime. But really, how do you reason with someone that's truly not thinking straight? And I'm not saying that in a joking manner, but if there's something there mentally, and then you're trying to reason with them, there's really no reasoning. And then if they're self-medicating, that now you're also dealing with the substance abuse.
Okay. So let me ask you, everybody says, we'll say it sometime, and I know we do say it. Everybody says it. Man, he crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Man, she crazy. But how can you really, really, really say, unless somebody goes in, that they're really, and I don't want to say crazy, but they have mental illness?
Mm-hmm.
And could you mistake dementia for mental illness?
Dementia is a mental illness.
Okay,
it's under the umbrella.
right, because I'm thinking about the crazy part. All right, so with dementia, it's a process more so, but mental illness isn't a process. Am I correct?
What do you mean it's a process?
Dementia doesn't.
You mean what? Dementia have different levels,
Dementia,
like beginning stage, middle stage.
It gradually comes on.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But does mental illness do the same, or are you born with mental illness?
Okay, I can speak on schizophrenia. What I was told, my son was first diagnosed. He was like 22, maybe, and I was told that is something that lies dormant.
So it's a trigger.
And something didn't come out. What happened with him? He went away to the military. Something he and I had thought about. I was like, I went in the military. He really wanted to go. He knew about boot camp and all that. And it was, I don't know if it was just very stressful or what happened.
Is that what came out?
Before, because before that in high school, he was in AP classes. He was in sports. He was extremely popular. There was no signs of anything of that nature. And I remember getting a call from a doctor, I believe San Diego. He was a Marine. And they asked, had he ever had a severe mental illness? And I'm like, who are you trying to call? And I was like, no mental illness. And, I'd asked, did he need to come home? And, because the doctor was like, he might need to come home. And when I asked him, he's like, yeah. And I knew something was wrong then, because he really, really, he was so excited. And like I said, we had fought for over a year. I didn't want him to go because I didn't feel that they were training our troops properly and then sending them overseas and things. So when he came home, he was completely different. And, it would take him a long time to answer a simple question like, hey, I might say, hey, hand me my phone. And he would look at the cell phone and look at the remote control and was like, trying to figure out what was what. And then his response time was slower.
Okay.
And so he did get help and he was doing good for a long time.
Okay. Jeff, you had a statement?
Yeah, it's interesting you say about certain triggers. Y'all seen the movie. Y'all remember Dead Presidents, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
And when he came back from the military, he had linked back up with his wife, after she was with the pimp and whatnot. I had to throw that in there. But anyway, he
it ain't easy, dude. It ain't easy.
It ain't easy. It was tough. But she was taken care of, though. Anyway, but he linked back up with her and everything like that. And then when all that happened, there's a scene in that movie where he fell asleep. And when he fell asleep, right next to it was raining, thunder, and pouring and all that. And he was having flashbacks of that. And, back in that time, that's when they were talking about PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder.
That's when it first was discovered.
There you go. That's when it was first discovered. So it's interesting how schizophrenia can come on as a trigger. It's something that lies dormant. So is it just best that, I'm with that being said, is it just best that you think that we all just try to stay in a more positive state? You know what I mean? Mentally. So that way we wouldn't know if those things come out. I know we're human, you know what I mean? So different things are going to happen. But it sounds like to me, if there are certain triggers, it seems like we all should kind of do the best we can to kind of stay in a positive place. Does that make sense, y'all?
It does. To add to that, dude, to add to that same question or statement, mine is a question, though. Does, okay, now he mentioned going to the Army, and we know that a lot of people had PTSD. Okay, a lot of people did, but could just maybe you saw somebody get shot in the street, or maybe someone died, or maybe you saw your friend or your mom, or get slapped, or could those be triggers? Could they be motives for triggers?
I have no idea. I'm not an expert. I'm not in mental illness. I'm.
You're talking like you're an expert. Damn,
No,
we
I keep telling you, I am not an expert. I am an advocate for the state of Indiana for Senate Bill 1, Behavioral Matters, so that we can get it fully funded, so that we can have a number to call, a person to talk to, and a place to go.
So you're not going to answer our question.
But you know what? I'm an answer. I think we all have a form of PTSD because
yeah.
Think about when you snap off or something someone says or does that just takes you there. That's probably based on something you went through as a kid, or maybe even a relationship, or something that, and it could be something that you're holding subconsciously. But that one thing just triggered you. And we all have those triggers. So I think in some fashion, some level, we all have it. We all have been through traumatic things in our lives.
Yeah. You ain't lying. That's a good statement, for real. That's a good statement, because when you look at it, like y'all hear me talk about certain things with my mom and stuff like that. I've shared that with each and every one of y'all. You know what I mean? And it takes a kind of like how when Mark Craven was on here and he said he recognized that small hint of that he could be a racist person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's to that same level and to that same effect. You have to be a bigger person to know where certain actions come from in your life. You know what I mean? Like I can tell, like for instance, if and this is true, and I'm not too modest to say this, because it's me. You know, I know me. So for instance, I know if somebody says something and it comes out of left field. Now, I could be completely right about it. You know, I try to assess it the best way that I can, but I know that can cause me to snap off. I know it can. I know it can, and I know where it comes from. That comes from me when I was younger and how I was raised and how I was treated. It's not to say that it was, I'm not saying that all parents do stuff. You know what I mean? There's no book or guideline that says how to raise your child. You feel what I'm saying? So this ain't no like, well, I'm not gonna get in a pissing match to say, oh, I was treated wrong. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying you have to recognize where your behavior comes from. So I do recognize when I was younger with certain things that might have been said or done, and that's where it comes from. So as I get older, it's up to me to learn how to control that emotion as I go throughout life and I see it within myself. You know what I mean?
Well, is that PTSD, or is that just, I'm thinking those are two different things. PTSD and having certain I don't want to say little, but certain things trigger, like say from your childhood or something.
I can say it because when Gina said it, it was on a smaller, minute level.
Right.
So when I say that and I speak to it, it's on a smaller, minute level, not on like a big blown up, like, oh, I hate the world type deal. It just triggered me to just snap off on everybody.
Like a pet peeve more than anything.
More like a pet peeve than anything. It's something that I can control physically and mentally, as opposed to being somebody who really suffers heavy and has to take medication or has to go to therapy sessions for. You know what I mean?
It's a trauma, okay? The word is post-traumatic stress disorder, okay? So anything that's traumatic to you could possibly be that trigger. You know what I mean? Anything, I don't care. You might have stubbed your toe last week and it hurt like hell, okay? And then you come up to that same spot that you stubbed your toe and you think about, man, I don't want to do that again or whatever. You start walking differently. You're acting different, okay? You know, it's a I think everybody, as Gina said, as Jeff alluded to, everybody has it. Everybody has an opportunity. I got one right now, actually. I was going to, in the quest to get start with you guys seeing advertisement on this show. I reached out and got a response to someone, and as I'm looking at these bottles, okay, I'm looking at and I'm not going to name them. I'm not even going to name them on here. I'm just going to respond to them. I'm looking at the expiration date on these, right? Yeah. So one of them says February the 6th, The other one is,
You said 2020?
2023. And the other one is in June. But still, you know, when I see February the 6th, the day is the 15th, you know, why is it still on, you know, why is it still there? You know, why is it still coming to me? So I'm not gonna put this up here today. Sorry guys, okay, because we got to talk. All right, but you know, that's I'm just am I wrong?
No.
Yeah.
You know, we want to be
fresh
and you know, completely honest about what we're doing here. But if it's something ain't right, throw a red flag up, okay? How many times do I got to look? And it look like it's written on here by a child. All right, so we got questions. Gina, you got a statement?
Yeah, I wanted to share my PTSD.
Okay.
When I was about 12 years old.
Snake. I'm just kidding.
No, I'm not scared of snakes. My cousin took me out to Miller Beach, and he was a very, very good swimmer. Very good swimmer. He put me on his back, and he swam out past the boys. I was so petrified that I was going to fall off his back and drown, that even to this day, I'm afraid of water. I don't do cruises. I panic if I'm in water above my neck.
Do you take baths and showers?
This man.
That's not going to be above my neck.
He said.
So deep water is a fear to me. Yeah. But I was very, very traumatized as a child because of that.
I always thought that was a sister thing. They don't want to get their hair wet.
No, I'll get my hair wet. But no, don't take me out in no deep water. Don't take me on the ocean, lake, nothing like that. I'm not going on a ship, a yacht, nothing. I don't want to be in any kind of water.
You know, that happened with my mom. Someone, but they pushed her under the water and was holding her down. And not until about, I want to say 6 to 7 years ago, my sister and I are like fish in the water. And my sister had a huge pool in her backyard. And we were able to talk my mom. We were like, you have both of us on both sides of you. We can swim. You know, we can swim well. And we finally talked her into just getting into the water and sitting. She had like the shelving seats in the pool and to sit there. And it was still, we were like, stand up first. You know, it was in the shallow, you know, went up to like her waist or whatever. And we were like, so you see, you can stand. Now don't start walking, you know, to the deep end. And we finally, but after all these years, my mom would not get into water. And she was like you, Gina. But she trusted my sister and I, though.
Y'all know, hey, you all know my post-traumatic distress.
What is it?
The beady bras.
I know what it was. Danita Bohannon.
Thank you, man.
Oh my God.
Lord.
Tell the story, Greg. Tell the story.
His cassette player.
I knew what it was.
Like Mama,
I can see it now still.
I'm gonna kick your ass. You wait till I see you.
What's up, Derek Hines? What's going on, man? Ah, boy, that's mine. That's mine. Thank you, Jeff. Okay. Matter of fact, Jeff, we got a break on that one, man. Go ahead, Marcy.
Yeah, let's redirect, regroup, refocus. Jeff Relaford, life coach.
My hand's shaking now. All right.
What's up, y'all? I want to come to y'all on a little bit of a harsher note tonight. You know, I've been kind of funny for the past couple of days. You know how I would lead off, but because we are on the subject of mental illness, I just want to remind everybody: check on your people, make a phone call. You know, see how the family members that you haven't talked to in months or maybe years, how they're doing, and you know, just be there for people. You know, in general, you never know if somebody is out there that you can give some words of wisdom to, a hug. Maybe somebody might need a shoulder to cry on, or you just need to shut the heck up and just listen and let somebody pour out their emotions and feelings, because one day you're going to be looking for that too. So try to give and pour out as much as you can. Still keep yourself balanced, because we all got to stay balanced. But try to go ahead and help somebody else out emotionally, because you'll never know when you will be in need of it.
All right.
Hey, we had a 99.9% success rate on these transitions.
That's right,
boy.
brother.
What? We missed one. All right. Everybody, that's the life coach Jeff Relevant. He has his own podcast.
Yes.
Y'all check him out. And changing the narrative with Armand Baskin. Y'all just support.
Yes.
Man, it is not, you know what? Now I miss these guys. I'm looking at the other stuff. I miss these guys, man. Really. Shout out to y'all, man, for real. Derek says all is well. He says, hey, Gina.
Isn't that for other people up here? Look.
Damn.
And then she's going to use the YouTube and say, hi, Derek. Okay.
No, we had a meeting today. I had a meeting today with his social media group. It went really, really well.
That's the only reason Derek came and said hi? No, I'm clowning you, Derek, because I know you called me and I didn't answer, man. Okay, my bad, dude.
Oh.
But you know the routine. I'll never answer the phone. Text me. Send me a carrier pigeon.
Business.
Carrier pigeon.
Happy Valentine's Day to those people. You know, Jeff and Mo held it down yesterday, all right? And shout out to the ladies for and prayers to the ladies, you know, for everything that you guys are doing, all right? Fire Master Bill, we appreciate we appreciate everything that you do. I mean, look, this was your show today, man. You did your thing. For real.
Yeah.
Bless God.
Gina,
but you know what? I want to mention Byron's comment that 1 out of 5 people are dealing with some type of mental illness. That's me. I'm the one. I'm the 1 out of 5.
Oh, you the 1 out of the 5. Okay. All right.
Okay.
I'm the one.
I thought
she let us know.
Byron know it's me.
Y'all always tell me I'm crazy. So I thought it was me.
Generally, everybody pointing at me. But thank you, Gina, for taking
maybe it's 3 out of 5. I think it's 3 out of 5.
No, you already claimed the 1.
We all got something. Make it 4.
Here we go. Marcella?
She's like, I'm good. I'm tight, y'all.
Hey, but you know what they say? The ones that don't say nothing, the craziest ones.
You know, we all deal with things sometime in our lives. It's just some of us are able to we know how to cope with things. We know what to do to get help as well. So it's not as out there as others. You know, it might be you can talk to a spouse or have a friend or a spiritual leader that you can talk to. Prayer.
Yeah.
You know, reading your word, you know, something. So it just depends on, you know, it depends on the person and, you know, what's available to you out there.
Hey, y'all ever go to a party? And don't take this personal. You ever go to a party, right? Okay, you go to a party and you got your phone on and the phone rings and you got to answer this call. You know, the party's all loud and everybody's having a good time. Okay, you got to answer this call, so you got to go to the next room, and it's all quiet and somber and this and that. Okay, Marcy,
what?
No, not okay because the party's there. They go to you and you.
Well, I'm keeping it. Look, mental illness is very serious. Whatever.
Bubble up, man. Bubble up. We got you.
They're like, now, sit down. Turn the music down. Don't do that. Get that shade off your head.
Get that shade off your head.
It sound like we're having too much fun.
Oh, Lord.
I'm on the phone with Jesus. Stop. Please stop.
I'm messing with you. With him.
I'm messing with you. Hey, man, I got the hotline, the guy, man. What are you talking about? I got the hotline.
That's what I said. I don't have to be on the phone with him. I can just speak out.
I heard
any other time, like, hey, and just so you guys know, audience, we get on here every day, Monday through Thursday, 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock. Tell your friends. And we have guests on here, and we communicate with the guests, have a conversation with them. But we know things too. You know, Marcy came through today.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And again, shout out to Liz Leiba. She'll reschedule. She was gonna come.
She'll be here in 11 minutes.
In 2024, we're gonna get you. I'm gonna schedule for 2024, lady. You good? Nah, pick up her. I'm serious, but still, and she's gonna come back. We'll get her on. But pick up her book, man. I think it's good for women to see another woman's perspective on how things are going in the workplace, and somebody who's gone through it and is excelling in that. She's a professor and everything. Her books, I'm Not Yelling, Black Women's Guide to Navigating the Workplace. Get yours, ladies, for real. Make sure you
I read part of it, and from online, I'm like, wow.
And see, I wanted to play this. Let me play this real quick. Because she's again, she's doing a lot. She has over I forgot the numbers, but she has a lot of she's a LinkedIn influencer. All right. She has a lot of followers, a lot of over 75 million people that subscribe to her. So when we get her back on,
156,000.
There you go.
Almost 157,000. She's got.
There you go. And that's followers on, and that's well over and above what LinkedIn requires you to do in order to become that. So she's doing her thing, all right. But I want to play this video real quick. Something that she said. It was ready for you, Liz. We still promoting you right now, man. We still celebrating you, but you ain't show up. I'm pissed. Anyway, here we go. It's coming.
To use my voice and be more effective in using it as an agent for change. How social media can be used as something that can affect change not only within our communities, but in our society as a whole. There were a lot of times that I felt powerless. When I spoke, I didn't feel like people were listening, especially because I was so different from them. And words can be used to build a movement, and how important it is for equitable treatment to be the norm across gender, race, and sexual identity. And no one should be treated differently just for who they are. One voice, that's all it takes to make a difference.
Wow.
Love it.
Yeah.
One word to make a difference.
Use my voice.
I didn't mean for you to come back on, lady. Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's power in your words, power in the tongue.
Power. Yeah. But yeah, she's definitely got some words to say. And we're gonna hear tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna be talking about anger management, which can lead to post-traumatic stress disorder, which can lead to divorce, which can lead to
jail time.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
That sounds like a downward spiral.
Jail
And
time.
we just gotta roll the dice. I hope they show up too. Anyway,
that's okay. We always have something to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
There you go.
Well, you do. Let's
we could go to relationships.
That's good, ain't it? Anyway, Maurice, let's get out of here, man.
Man, like Marcia said earlier, please, Lord. I mean, if you have families or family or friends that need some help them get the help. That's the best thing you can do. If you recognize it, then a whole bunch of people must see it. You know what I mean? We tend to hold back on our own families more than than people on, and we don't get out there and say, hey, something's wrong. What do I need to do? How can I help? Just like Jeff was saying earlier, get involved. And make that get that person some help and help them stick to it.
Marcella.
Talk to your legislators, whatever state you're in. If you don't have laws on the books, talk to them, demand change, or else vote them out.
Okay. Jeff.
Like I said earlier, talk to your people. Check on your family, friends, loved ones, and just be there, because you don't know when you might need it to come back to you. So make sure you're giving it out so then you'll be able to receive it.
Gina, you want to tell them about your raffle?
No, she want to be on mute.
We hear you. No.
How I get there? How I get there?
I don't know.
Mute?
Greg, look at Greg. No.
Oh, not Greg.
Okay.
Yeah, he probably did it so he could laugh at me. But yes, Distinguished Authors Guild, we are raffling off some awesome, awesome gifts. You go to the what is it? The Cash App. Go to Cash App, get your ticket, get your number, go to $ capital DAG lowercase XX20, buy you a number. The tickets are $25. Buy you a number. You buy a number or one, two, three, however many you want to purchase. There's no limit to how many numbers you can buy. You buy the number, and then you have an opportunity to win one of 3 items. First item, a down comforter valued at $89. Second,
Oh, pause on that for a second, Jenny. Do you know how many? Do you know how many geese had to die for that?
You know what? Why? Why, Greg?
Those geese feel so good. I'm sorry.
They feel good. Plus, they probably tasted good to somebody.
He knew he at the table licking his fingers. And then we have hotel quality pillows, 2 standard size pillows for $150. And then you also have an opportunity of winning these beautiful vases. Now you can sit them there together, or you could separate the 2, but the color is like a stone wash type, gray and white. So get your ticket. The funds goes towards the Distinguished Authors Guild Scholarship. We give out scholarships to help college freshman students that are in the creative writing field. We give them a scholarship to help them pay for school. So it goes to a worthy cause. There's 13 tickets left. When we're done selling the tickets, we'll have the raffle, and then we will find out who the 3 winners are, and then we'll move on to the next raffle that will have totally different items. But get your ticket, get your number, go to $ Cash App $ capital DAG lowercase XX20, get your number, and have a chance of winning these items that are worth almost 5 times the amount of the ticket that you bought.
Absolutely. In relation to the conversation we had today, Derek Hines says a lot of people that need help because they lose their joy. What would it look like if there was mentorships made with fun activities?
Yeah.
One thing that I wanted to say was for anybody that's going through that, just dig within yourself, man, and just say that you'll be stronger than your sadness, and come out of it. You don't have to stay in that. You just be stronger than your sadness, and you'll be good. All right, that's about it for the day.
Yes.
I'm so glad we had this time together, just to have a laugh or sing a song. You know. But before you know it,
we old as dirt.
Yeah, funny, man.
Oh man, but it is serious. Okay, Gina, we're gonna put your link up there tomorrow and leave it up there until you're done, so we can have it. Derek Hines, we'll be talking real soon. Gina said it was a great conversation.
I'll get that information over to you guys tonight.
Most definitely. Life coach, thank you for what you do. Marcella, thank you for making the show yours today. It was a good show.
And advocating for a great cause.
That's a good cause.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We need people like Marcy to get out there and be the voice and make changes. We all need to get out there and make those changes.
You strap up your boots and put on your red dress, baby, and go out there.
There you go.
Oh no,
where you going with that, Greg? I don't wear red dresses.
It's the wrong show. My bad. This is Dope Living TV live. That's where we at. Okay. We'll see you guys tomorrow. All right.
Peace.
Peace out.
So long.